Greetings, this is Paul the Poke from paulthepoke.com. Today's topic, trend update, locust plague in Syria, June 2017. Scripture references out of Joel 1, verse 4. What the gnawing locust has left, the swarming locust has eaten. And what the swarming locust has left, the creeping locust has eaten. And what the creeping locust has left, the stripping locust has eaten. Now, granted, this reference in Joel is to the land in Israel, but I think we got a little microcosm of what's going to take place in the future in the country of Syria. And there are an estimated 80 to 90 species of locusts / grasshoppers in the Middle East, and that's per Wycliffe Bible commentary. Now, the insect is hungry at every stage of development, from larva to worm to locust. Locust plagues can devour everything in sight to the point where the land is laid bare. And here we are in June 2017. And to add insult to injury in Syria, a plague of locusts has emerged and is spreading. And this is a quote from Khalid al-Hassan, director of the Idlib Agricultural Directorate. And I quote, locusts have killed about 60% of the agricultural crops in the Idlib province, mostly in the Shashbo mountain. We noticed the spread of this scourge in 2016, but we were unable to contain it because of the directorate's lack of necessary tools, equipment, and pesticides. And this caused the spread of more locusts this year. Even Al Rouge Plain, Al Jabal, Al Wastani, and the Harim Mountains have been affected in Idlib. And again, that's Khalid al-Hassan, director of the Idlib Agricultural Directorate. And here's another quote from a farmer, Muhammad Salam. The spread of this pest is the result of what happened in 2016. When our agricultural harvest in Idlib was significantly affected and locusts also spread, with a large portion of wheat, barley, and olive crops being destroyed. The problem was not addressed by the Idlib Agricultural Directorate until late in the year, after the locusts had laid their eggs, causing a wider spread of the insect this year. And again, that's Mohammed Salam, a farmer. And we have another quote. And this is from Hossam Mahali, director of the Agricultural Office. And he quotes, the town of Kafar Darien suffered from swarms of locusts that in February started to eat the agricultural crops for which the town is known. So wheat, barley, vegetables, and fruit trees, such as olives and figs, were among the damaged crops, which barely yielded 30% of what they usually produce. And again, that's Hossam Mahali, director of the Agricultural Office in Kafar Darien. And so this is the area right here in Syria. Now, let's also not kid ourselves. This place is feeling the effects of war. You have war in Aleppo. You have war in Hama. This area north of Hama is war-ravaged. We have war that's taken place along the Euphrates River in what is ancient Carchemish up here in the northern part of Lake Assad. We've had war in Al-Tabqa, and we've got war going on in Raqqa. So the whole area has been affected by war. I mean, they're not able to get out there and take care of crops because everybody's too busy fighting. But the bottom line, and something to think about, locusts can be eaten. The heads, legs, and wings are removed. Locusts can be boiled, stewed, roasted, or dressed with butter. And they can be eaten fresh, dried, or salted. Leviticus 11, verse 22, tells us that locusts are kosher. And here's the scripture reference. Leviticus 11, verse 22, these of them you may eat, the locust in its kinds, and the devastating locust in its kinds, and the cricket in its kinds, and the grasshopper in its kinds. Now, the prophet Joel promises a time when there will be no food in Israel because these locusts, grasshoppers, will just strip the land bare of food and resources. So the only thing left to eat will be locusts. Now consider the implications and benefits of a locust diet. One, they're high in protein. Two, they protect the human body against the harmful effects of radiation. Three, suppress the growth of cancer cells. Four, prevents the development of heart attack and stroke by boosting the effect of blood thinning drugs. Five, increases immunity levels. Six, helps control cholesterol levels. Seven, combats inflammation process. And eight, enhances regeneration of tissues. Now, some of that kind of piques my interest. And the question you have to ask, is there a hint of the prophetic future with the benefits of a locust diet? And again, I'm just asking the question. You can draw your own conclusions. So locust fights the effects of radiation. Locusts suppress cancer when eaten. They enhance tissue regeneration in humans, and it increases immunity in humans. That's just me, but it sounds like an antidote for nuclear exposure and disease to me. Again, make up your own mind. But, we got war, we got famine, we got locusts spreading like the plague back in the day, and it is what it is. So if you're interested in the topic, please feel free to check out paulthepoke.com, keywords locust, plague, Syria, Idlib. Thanks for listening. Take care.